ours, it's not yours, it's not yours, in a continuous attempt to bring the military on their side. But like I've been saying in the past few hours and days, the people here really are trying to almost have a last surge or push to bring the army under their fold into their lines, Leader.
We also know the Muslim Brotherhood has an important presence in Alexandria. Are they at the forefront of these protests? Are they largely in the background? What exactly is the role they're playing?
Well, Alexandria has historically been known as one of the strongholds of the Muslim Brotherhood in terms of the mosques they run, in terms of the social welfare organizations that they administer, in terms of the parliamentary seats that they managed to win when there was relatively free and fair elections. However, there is not one party or one organization or one political faction which is at the forefront of this mass movement of Egyptians. There is not one individual or one political leader who can claim any sort of monopoly, however sizable or minimal even, over this huge movement of people. The people I'm looking at, the people I'm speaking to are from Muslim Brotherhood, are Christians, are Copts, are secularists, are socialists, are the rich, are the poor. They are from all backgrounds. I'll tell you one thing, though, that has drawn my attention in the past few days here in Alexandria is the huge amount of women that have taken to the streets in Alexandria. Many women with their children coming out in the street, something that I haven't seen reporting in Cairo and Suez during this movement. I don't know whether it's specific to Alexandria or whether it's something to do with the political motivation and astuteness of the women here. But it is something that has drawn my attention here, Rida.
And judging from the body language of the crowds, the security personnel, their interaction, and we saw examples of that a little bit earlier when the military personnel, the army, were handing out some food rations and water bottles to some of the protesters. How long does it look like the protests in Alexandria will continue to be tolerated by those representing the state, by those who have been entrusted with bringing some order to these demonstrations? After all, the Vice President did say that these demonstrations will not be tolerated for very much longer.
Well, it is really anyone's guess. I mean, the bottom line is this, is that those who are in authority in Egypt have no authority in Egypt, in the sense that the vast majority of people who have come out on the streets and they believe that they represent the vast majority of Egyptians no longer recognize those authorities. They no longer recognize their legitimacy. All you have to do is walk in within any of these demonstrations and the sounds of batil, illegitimate, ring clearly for anyone to hear. So as far as the people are concerned, they are the ones who are directing the movement. They are the ones who have the future of Egypt in their hands. And as far as the government are concerned, they are trying to salvage what they can in terms of power and authority. At least that's the view on the streets. Now, the problem is that there's only so much that people can do in terms of civil disobedience before some sort of friction, before some sort of violent confrontation happens. And that is what many people are scared of here. But they continue to assure the people, they continue to assure even those who aren't taking part in these demonstrations, that these are peaceful demonstrations. So that's why whenever they begin to gather, they chant Silmiya, Silmiya, peaceful, peaceful. That's why when they do meet any uniformed military officer, they will go and shake their hand and try and win them over. But like we've been saying, I mean, it seems like there is some sort of dwindling patience on both sides. And unless there is a clarity in leadership, not only, we've been saying that this movement doesn't have a clear leader. Well, the people say the government doesn't have a clear leader because they say Mubarak is broken. He doesn't have the authority he once had. They say Omar Suleiman doesn't have the aura and the years of experience in terms of being a statesman, as being a leader of the country that Mubarak had. And the army, obviously, Mushir Tantawi and Sami Hannan and the others also haven't come out and spoken. So generally, the country lacks that clarity in leadership and lacks that person who is able to grasp the stick in the middle, if you will, to translate an Egyptian Arabic phrase, in order to bring us out of what seems to be a continuing turmoil, Leader.
Thank you very